So everybody is in this mad dash to adopt AI, but let's be honest, a lot of companies are just hitting a wall. Today, we're going to break down the Xanta Smart Data Stack 3.0. Think of it as the missing piece, the intelligence refinery that can actually turn your AI strategy from a huge cost center into an absolute powerhouse.
You can feel it everywhere, right? The pressure to get on board with AI is just immense. It's not a nice to have anymore, it's pretty much a survival issue. But so many businesses are finding out the hard way that just buying the latest AI tools isn't the answer. They're feeling the squeeze, but they're not seeing the results.
And this is why. Companies are pouring huge amounts of money into amazing tools like Microsoft Copilot, but the initiatives just aren't taking off. This quote really hits the nail on the head. AI is very expensive. Every single clunky query, every wasted compute cycle, well, that now has a real dollar amount attached to it, and it's turning these promising investments into a massive financial drain.
Right, so that brings us to what we're calling the AI pressure cooker. Let's really dig into the villain of our story here, the one big thing that's stopping your AI investment from actually paying off.
And here it is. Meet dark data. This is all that chaotic, unstructured, totally ungoverned information that's just lurking in your file shares, your servers, everywhere. It's the very data that AI tools like Copilot are starving for. But it's such a disorganized and risky mess that they can't touch it. Honestly, this is the single biggest roadblock to making enterprise AI a reality. And the scale of this problem? It's just staggering. Check this out. Up to 60% of all that dark data is what we call rot. That's redundant, obsolete, and trivial data. It's basically a giant swamp of digital garbage that's jacking up your storage costs and actively poisoning your AI's potential.
But what if you could actually refine all that data? This is exactly where Xanta steps in. See, it's not just another product you buy. It's the missing piece of the puzzle. It's the intelligence refinery designed to turn that raw, chaotic mess into a genuinely valuable AI-ready asset.
Now, this is absolutely crucial to understand. Xantaz is a purpose-built Microsoft companion. It does not replace tools like Purview or Copilot. Instead, it works upstream from them. It does the hard work of preparing the clean, organized, AI-ready data that those powerful Microsoft tools desperately need to do their jobs properly. So how does this all work? Let's pop the hood and take a quick look inside this intelligence refinery to see how Xandas actually turns data chaos into data control. The whole process really boils down to three core components. You've got the Smart Data Refinery, the Smart Data Hub, and the Smart Data Archive. Let's quickly break down what each of these does. Okay, first up is the Smart Data Refinery. This is kind of like the intake valve. It connects to your data right where it is. And this is huge. No expensive, painful migrations needed. It scans everything, weeds out all that sensitive info and ROT we talked about, and then it organizes the good stuff into what it calls smart data collections. Think of these as secure, purpose-built little data sets, perfectly prepped for AI. Next, you have the Smart Data Hub, which is basically the brains of the whole operation. It uses a super powerful search engine, so you can find anything instantly. It gives your teams a secure workspace to actually use and collaborate on this newly refined data. And most importantly, it has this unique AI gatekeeper that makes sure AI agents only see exactly what they're supposed to see and absolutely nothing more. And finally, there's the Smart Data Archive. You know those slow, clunky, expensive legacy archive systems? Yeah, this replaces all that with a fast, modern, cloud-native solution. It has incredible search capabilities, and it was built from the ground up to work with AI. So we've covered the how. Now let's get to the good part, the what. What are the real tangible benefits of going from data chaos to AI-ready control? What does this actually get you at the end of the day? Well, you get what Xantaz calls AI-ready data. And what does that mean? It means your data is now perfectly aligned with your company policies, it's enriched with context so the AI actually understands what it's looking at, and all the risks have been identified and managed. This is the high-octane fuel that makes models like Copilot both safe and incredibly powerful. And it does this through a really clever process called smart data mirroring. You know the old way, right? These massive, multi-year forklift projects where you just move all your data, the good, the bad, and the ugly. The new way is so much smarter. It just projects a policy-controlled reflection of only the high-value stuff, leaving all that junk behind.
And the impact on your budget? It's transformative. When you get rid of up to 60% of your data and make sure your AI is only processing the important information, you slash both your storage footprint and, even more critically, those runaway AI compute costs.
What this all leads to is a much more predictable future. I mean, in the wildly unpredictable world of AI, the Smart Data Stack is built to give you two things that are incredibly rare: predictable power and absolute cost certainty. And that certainty is backed up by a dead simple, all-inclusive price. It's $1 million for an annual license, and that's it. There are no hidden per-user fees, no penalties if you use it a lot, and no financial throttles. It just completely removes budget uncertainty so you can scale your AI without being afraid of the bill. So for that $1 million, what are you really getting? Well, operationally, you're getting AI-ready data at incredible speed and scale. Strategically, you get the confidence to finally roll out Copilot across your whole enterprise. Competitively, you maximize the return on your entire Microsoft investment. And on the cost side, you get a clear, measurable reduction in both storage and compute spending.
So I guess the final question is really for you. I want you to take a hard look at your own organization and ask yourself, is your data truly an asset? Or is it the anchor that's holding your entire AI strategy back?